Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the UP. Welcome to season 2 of the Undesired and Prescribed podcast. I am Brown Sugar, and I am very excited to be here to start off season 2. So, as of recording, it is the 24th of April, 8:42 p.m. in the evening, and feeling good. Just got a shower, nice and relaxed. I got off work a couple hours ago, had some Portillos, so thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a rundown of how my night's been going a little bit because I'm the most important person you know. So yeah, things have been pretty good since I took my little mid-season, my season break, I guess. But yeah, so some things. I've started streaming games again, so check me out on Twitch. That way you guys can watch me play games. I'm going live on Twitch later tonight, but I don't know when I'm going to have this episode air just yet. Still working out on dates and whatnot, but I've gotten a new PC since then, so that's the main reason for streaming. And I also wanted to wait until I got a new PC before I started recording again, so yeah. So today's episode, I wanted to do like a synopsis or like a deep dive of Runaway by Kanye West, because I think personally this might be one of my all-time favorite songs. Obviously Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, 2010. One of the greatest albums ever created by any artist ever. And I feel like you can't argue that. Even if you dislike Kanye West, you can't deny the musical genius that has gone behind this, the production quality insane, made fucking people wear suits to the studio when they were recording. Like, it just set like the whole tone for the album. And this could be a whole separate video, but I just want to focus on Runaway mainly because it's my favorite it's my favorite all-time Kanye song, and it's probably my all-time favorite song, just period. And there's so many reasons why. I mean, obviously, like, I connect to it on an emotional level, really well, but it's more so than just the lyrics. It's also the sound that goes into it, because for me to get invested into a song, most of the time it mostly has to be like the sound that gets me like ensnared into it and makes me want to keep listening to it over and over and over again. Now, don't get me wrong, the lyrics need to have some substance, or I have to be able to draw some comparison to them. That way, like, I consider it like a great song, an all-time great song, as opposed to just like a good song. Like, I can name like a lot of like really good like rap songs, but great ones, they're hard to come by. Not really, they're not hard to come by, but this is like the one that's like I would like S tier, goat tier, I would say. But so the way I came across this song was back in the days of Pandora, when Pandora was a thing, like radio and shit like that. So I would go on and listen to Drake radio. I occasionally do this from time to time. Like, I still have Pandora installed, but like I hardly use it anymore. But I listened to Drake radio because it's like the most versatile of all, like, because I'm very much big, and my favorite genre of music, I say, would be R&B, but obviously I'm very hip hop influenced and love it a lot. But I feel like Drake is a great combination of both, so that's usually what I listen to when I use Pandora. And I remember seeing the cover art for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which iconic as fuck. I have one of the arts for it, like one of the concept arts where it's him in the crown, decapitated on the beach, and there's like a sword in his head. I have that hanging up on my wall, looking at it right now. But anyways, so I saw that picture, that cover art come up, and usually the song that they play from that is either going to be Power or All of the Lights. So I figured it was going to be one of those, but then it was like the slow, like it was like that piano, like that one piano note, like 8 times in a row, and then it like actually progresses into like an actual chord and just repeats for the rest of the song. But so it immediately caught my attention because I really love the piano. I love the sound of the piano and just like how versatile of an instrument it is. And this is one of the songs that made me want to learn how to play piano in the first place too. I learned how to play this song. I mean, not like it's hard. Like anybody, if you own a piano, you can look up on how to play this song. It's super easy because it's literally just that one chord progression over and over and over again for the duration of the song. But super iconic, and I feel like you can't this day and age, like you can't go up to anybody, like anybody that you play this song for. I feel like they're going to have like they're going to know what it is. I feel like at this point, depending on the age, I would say. So I would probably say if you're at least 18 and 19 above, I guarantee you know that, and it's like iconic at this point. But and everybody loves this song, and I think for the most part the reason that everybody loves the song so much is because it tackles some very like sensitive subject matter, in reference to himself dealing with insecurities, demons, and to be more specific, like his fear and inability of commitment. Which I'm not saying that everybody has like a fear of commitment or that's what people relate to most. I think it's just more so the fact of acknowledging your own demons and how you feel like it would just be better if, the people you care about and love most, like, distance themselves from you. Because, I don't know, I feel like a majority of us as a people don't necessarily think that we're, like, the best. And I'm not saying, like, this is the case for everybody, but I think it's fair to say that a majority of us, at one point or another in our life, probably didn't consider us, like, that great of a person. We might not now, but I think this is why it's a very easy song for people to connect to, aside from the fact that it's very nice and very catchy, like rhythm-wise and beat-wise. I just really think that's one reason that people can connect with it so much. But before I dive further into that, I just swing back. So specifically when I said the fear and inability to commit, because if you like deep dive into the lyrics and look at all the stuff that he's talking about, this is like all in reference to his relationship with Amber Rose at the time. But it was specifically about that one, but it also, I feel like it just like deviated or diverged into the topic of just women in general. Despite loving them, he, like, no matter how much he does love them, the temptation of other women or doing bad things, obviously like cheating, infidelity, is so around, and he can't not entertain those temptations. So it would just be easier for the person he loves to run away, which it's fairly obvious. You don't need to be a big brain to know that. You don't need to dive at the lyrics. It's very easy to see, what he's talking about. He literally says, "Run away from me, baby." So, like, it's the first thing that I caught on to when I first heard the song. But obviously, if he runs away, then he can't hurt her. But at the same time, he illustrates this, dependency on her love or desire not to be without her. So, despite how much it hurts him, he wants what's best for the ones that he loves. So he's brutally honest with himself by saying that he wants to he'd rather her run away and him be sad than ultimately than him hurting her, because he goes and fucks another girl, because at some point in the song he says she finds pictures in my emails. I sent a picture of my dick to this bitch or whatever. So that's like the main concept he's talking about when it comes to like why they should like run away from him. And another form of this song that is also explored is the criticism about him from the public eye, from the media, because I think this song came out, I think he did the performance for this song and debuted on the MTV Awards the year after he snatched the mic from Taylor and said, "Beyonce deserves this. Like, I'm gonna let you finish," that whole thing. I'm pretty sure this happened, like, he debuted this song the year after that. And obviously, with that, And with that whole situation of him snatching the mic from Taylor and saying Beyonce deserved this award, obviously a lot of criticism from the media, public, other figures that hold significant influence in that field, whether it be music or just pop culture in general, were very critical of Kanye West during that time and said that it was completely uncalled for and should never have happened, that he's a dick, he's a douchebag. So when he is, say, let's have a toast to the douchebags, let's have a toast to the assholes, that's in a reference to himself and not so much of other people. I mean, like, obviously like other people, but it's more of a direct reference to himself in that aspect. So this song also serves somewhat as a public apology for his personality and his abrasiveness and how he's 100% always unapologetically him, and you can look at it from the light when I want to say like became a Donald Trump fan, but when he started like openly supporting Donald Trump, that was met with a lot of heavy criticism, wearing the MAGA hat, despite the fact that, in our society today, black men and black women are perceived to be, as Democratic and not Republican. So he faced a lot of backlash for that. I'm not here to talk about on that, but that's just the type of person that he always is. He hasn't cared how other people think he is or how, what other people are going to think of him, unless it's the ones that he truly loves and cares about, which when it came down to it, I don't think Kim was going to be all like, you better stop supporting Donald Trump or I'll divorce you. I think they got divorced for other reasons. I don't know what, but again, not the topic at hand. How he's just always unapologetically him. And, I like it a lot. That's one reason I like him so much as a person and not an artist too, is because even if I don't agree with everything that you say, I like it when I get 100% of the real person of who I'm interacting with, because it feels like a connection that we make or similarities that we share is when we feel a lot more genuine. And obviously I don't fucking know Kanye West on a personal level, but it still helps me to like feel to be able to like understand a little bit more of the burden that he faces as people, as has everybody thinks of him as like a dick, a douchebag, an asshole. And this whole album has actually been compared to a Greek tragedy. Doing research for this, I ended up on Reddit a lot, and that's something very interesting that brought up, and it's also important to the song too. If the album is perceived as a Greek tragedy, where, but like the whole point of a Greek tragedy is the main character continuously does something to prevent a certain outcome from happening, but in doing so, they end up making that outcome happen because of their attempts to prevent it from happening. So I can see that, especially when it comes to this Runaway, because again, it's talking about him struggling to be faithful, dealing with temptations, demons of the sorts, obviously. But, and also he had released like a whole fucking like 30-minute fucking short film to go along with it, which that can be its own video separately too, because that one is fucking insane to say the least. But for now I'm just going to stick with the song, and the feature on the song is Pusha T, which I like Pusha T as an artist. I really liked his last album, Daytona. I think that should have won Rap Album of the Year. Once again, neither here nor there. But so I had mentioned earlier when he was having people come in and record parts of the song, they had to be all dressed up, and Pusha T said that they actually recorded quite a few songs, and he had most of the Runaway recorded and done, and then Ye was wanting him to hop on it because of like a lot of the stuff that they're having conversation wise. So Pusha T had recorded like March or April, but the insane part is that Kanye made him redo and re-record like 5 times or something like that because he was telling him that you're not being mean enough for this track. And he's right. This isn't like any normal hip hop track or anything like that. This is definitely something a lot filled with like definitely meant to be more mean. And I didn't go too in depth on Pusha T's part, in all honesty, if anything at all, because although I did like it, his verse, like, not saying it's bad or anything or that it's a stain on the song, but another thing that I really enjoy a lot about this song is the instrumental of it. I already talked about the piano play in the same chord, like the same riff over and over again, and it's so like it's so surreal. Not surreal. It's like it feels supernatural. Honestly, it puts me like in a trance. Honestly, because it's because it's I just cope it with because now anytime I hear that I cope it with like the lyrics and the meaning behind the song and just how it pertains to me and everything that it means to me, and it's like hypnotic almost. Now I'm not saying like the song itself is hypnotic, but like from my own experiences and how much I've listened to the song and how much I like grown to like love and appreciate the song because I see like a lot of things in that song in me, which again I believe is the case for a lot of people. It's I think it has a lot to do with like the repetition of more so of the horrid themes of infidelity, not being faithful, not being able to truly have the ones that you love and care for depend on you because you can't control yourself, you can't control your temptations, coupled with the repetitive nature of like the of that piano, which isn't like upbeat like whatsoever. It's very eerie and I don't know. Okay, I want to say eerie and unsettling, but it's definitely not uplifting and jubilant as other piano riffs could be. But to specifically like not to get like super into like how this song like makes me feel like now like this is one of the song this is like one of the few songs that I can listen to where I don't consider it a sad song. Well, I mean, okay, this is one of the songs that I can listen to no matter what mood I am. Like if I'm sad, I can definitely listen to this song and it can make me feel more like shit. But I can also listen to this song to like uplift me, or I could listen to this song when I'm in a good mood as well. For a multitude of different reasons. For me personally, like if I'm sad and I can listen to this song because there's that aspect of not feeling like you're enough for other people, which I think all of us have struggled with the concept of self-worth at one point in our lives or still are. And him just blatantly saying like, why can't you just run away from me? And that's one reason that if I'm sad I can listen to it. If I need to be uplifted, I can also listen to it because I feel like myself personally, I'm at a point in my life where a lot of this stuff doesn't feel like it necessarily applies to me anymore, but obviously it can go back and trigger some emotions, some events that happened in my past that would make me feel like like I'm a different person now. I should be proud of myself and keep going, blah blah blah. And I guess it's kind of the same when I'm feeling happy too. But yeah, like I think this is just like a song that should be universally accepted as goat tiered in terms of music because I think Kanye West is goat tier. But I think this is just a song that it doesn't matter what kind of music you listen to, it doesn't matter what you believe in, and there's so many other things that this is a song that almost anybody can relate to and that people can find some aspect that they enjoy of it, whether it's just the sound of it, whether it's the lyrics or how open Kanye West is with himself in this song. which is something that a lot of people struggle with. Like, they can't be them true selves and they can't open up about shit like this. And Kanye West went and made a whole fucking 10-minute track or 30-minute short film about it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this little synopsis that I did of Runaway, because like I said, you can get lost in this song. You can get lost in exploring other people's theories, what other people see it as. I think one of my genuine like favorite ones that I was reading, I think it came from Quora. When I was doing like research for the song, like, I was pulling from everywhere and people's own personal like opinions and experiences, but that's so much other stuff, and that's a lot of that stuff is just like theory or subjective. But I think my favorite one, this girl said that Kanye in the song reminds her of her soon-to-be ex-husband, who is a narcissist, who's like legit. He has like the narcissistic personality disorder, and that despite the fact that Kanye West might be has many traits of a narcissist, he she is so she is so like happy, and like she applauds him for how frank he is and how honest he is in this song, because even if you're somebody who struggles with like a god complex or anything like that, you if you have like the ability to acknowledge it and create it into something as beautiful as this song, I mean, that's just outstanding, I think. I'm not saying that like Kanye West is definitely a narcissist or anything like that. It could all be for show for all I know. But again, neither here nor there. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed Runaway synopsis, exam, autopsy, whatever the hell you want to call it. But and I hope you guys are looking forward to more episodes of the UP, because season 2, it's here. And guys, I will see you in the next UP, so take care. Thanks for listening.